Before I share with you some of these programs, maybe just to give you a bit of background of where we were at about a year and a half ago. We were working in we had different teams that were serving our customers the moment they come on board. So we had a separate team to help customers with their onboarding process. We had another team to help customers with training. And at the end of the day, once they have completed their implementation, we have another separate team helping customers in terms of ongoing support. And we realized that a lot of customers were giving us feedback that although they felt well supported, they felt that their journey wasn't a continuous journey. There wasn't a proper handover. So we made this decision to merge all our teams together. And because we wanted to deliver on better customer experiences, we've rebranded ourselves as a customer experience team. And with that, we've made some additional investments. The biggest investment we've made in the last 18 months is people. So one of the things that 18 months ago, the team that you see today in front of you, we have expanded our team by 3 times. In 2018, we only had a team of about 5 people doing training, support, and onboarding. Today, we have teams around the world that are supporting our customers, and we've tripled our growth in terms of our customer experience teams. And that being said, I'm happy to share that right now, not only have we merged into a bigger team, but we've also upskilled all of our team members. So every single member in the team has the ability to not only help you with your onboarding, but at the same time be able to support you once you have implemented your solution. Some of our members not only do onboarding and support, they also do training as well. So with this growth in our team, at the end of the day, what we want our customers to experience is that you have a dedicated resource from the moment you are coming on board with JustLogin. So that was one of the biggest investments that we've made in people. And the other investment that we've made was also around Help Center. So a lot of feedbacks that we have received over the year and a half was that it was difficult to find answers within JustLogin. You know, how do I change my password? How can I add a new user? So what we've done is we've done quite an extensive exercise to not only rebrand or update our Help Center, but we want to make this ability to search for answers something that is more seamless. And today we have a Help Center that we've curated, not just your commonly asked questions, but we've also tried to incorporate more videos, more video tutorials to help you know, new administrators, users for the first time walk through that journey of how do I get started. So Help Center has been something that we have placed a lot of investment in curating and building out. And I think that for the majority of customers that reach out to us today, you will find that as much as possible, we will always use Help Center as a platform to provide you the answers. And hopefully, as part of your onboarding process, we also provide you some guides in terms of how you can make the best out of our Help Center. Moving on in terms of training, I think that with training itself, this has been one of the biggest changes that we've experienced, not just as a team, but also in terms of delivery for our customers. So for the majority of the customers that have been with us for more than 2 years, you would have probably came to the JustLogin office. So I think the first experience any new customer has with JustLogin is you will visit the JustLogin office, because we've traditionally been giving classroom training. All our training was done on-site, physical, with a trainer. But in doing so, we were limited in terms of our size. So a lot of times what we hear as feedback is there aren't enough training sessions. There's limited availability within the week. And there's always this, it was somewhat painful to schedule training. But the moment that you're in the classroom, you do have a sense that you will be well supported, and the training sessions have been sort of fruitful. Fast forward to 2020, the beginning of 2020, the entire COVID situation has also changed the way that we have to work. I think not just for JustLogin, but for any new organizations, we had to take a hard stand on how can we make this a more digital learning experience. So I'm happy to say that we've transformed the way that we are training. And in having done so, we now provide all our training online. And what has that allowed us to provide to the end customers? Training today is a lot more, we have a lot more access to training. We have a higher volume of training sessions, but because we've also made that investment in people, you now have multiple people across the team that are able to provide training at any point in time. Also, by moving to a more digital learning experience, our training sessions are no longer constrained by size. So in a physical room, I can only take maybe 8 to 12 people, but with a digital learning platform like our Zoom meetings, we are now able to handle up to 20 participants in any kind of training sort of environment. But we also did feel that in terms of providing this digital learning experience, we needed to help our customers have an easier way to sort of pick up what are some of the key information that they need before they sort of attend training, so that that learning experience will become more meaningful once they attend our learning sessions. So with that, what we've also created is something which is called our learning portal. So let me just give you a quick look at the learning portal today. No worries. 1 second. Forgive me. Let me try again. How does that look now? Great. Hang on, yeah. Okay, is that better? Great. So this learning portal that we've actually built out for our customers is to help not just new administrators, but if you can imagine in your environment, you have been using JustLogin for more than a year. And in the course of the year, you may have changed HR managers, or you may have appointed somebody new to take over as the administrator for the JustLogin solution. This portal is meant to help these individuals get a sense of not just how we will be supporting you, but also at the same time provide you sort of an easy access, one-stop shop where you can pick up learning at your own pace. So when you come to the learning portal itself, first of all, we congratulate you on your first step at being a JustLogin administrator, but at the same time, we want to make sure that you are also aware of the different resources that are available at your fingertips, where you'll be able to kind of find your answers and also sort of raise your suggestions. But at the same time, understand how our customer experience team will be supporting you. So all this information is available here. And of course, you can then proceed to the different modules. And each of the modules that we have curated for you, you can then get started. So this learning portal has been created so that you have the first set of guides or information that you can download at your fingertips, read up on it first. We've also made it a kind of step-by-step process where you can go through the different videos just so that you have a quick preview of what you need to do to get started. And eventually, once you are ready, you can register online for your training. So we want to make this journey for our administrators, new users, refresher training, something that is easy for all our customers to sort of pick up, but also at the same time, learn at your own pace. So that has been one of the main intentions there. And all the modules will be available for you to preview, download your guides, view the necessary videos, and not to forget, at the end of the day, before you register for training, you can reach out to your dedicated resources that are helping you with your implementation on any questions before you feel comfortable attending training. So these are some of the steps that we've taken to help customers get on board with JustLogin. Cool. So let me go back to my slides. Okay, good. So we've also not just improved the way that we've grown our team. We've also improved the way that we are helping customers in terms of their learning journey, but we felt that we needed to do more. And what have we been putting together, not just since COVID, but also in the last 6 months? I want to just pass you to my other co-hosts to share a little bit more about the additional programs that we've been putting in place to help customers, number one, on their learning journey, but number two, as you've heard in the earlier sessions, how are you able to, once you've registered interest on the new feature functionality, learn more about it, participate or be part of that experience if you want to be an early adopter of some of the new feature functionalities that we put in place. So I'm going to pass over the mic, so to speak, to the rest of my team members, but let me just do a very quick introduction. Celeste will be covering is my customer experience team lead. She manages our Singapore team, but at the same time, Celeste will be talking a bit more about some of the masterclass sessions that we put in place to help customers get a better sense of what's new. SK is my manager for customer experiences. So SK will be helping to put together all the programs that you are seeing today, but also at the same time, as we expand into new markets like Malaysia, Myanmar, Hong Kong, we will be putting programs that we can easily replicate across the different countries to deliver on a more personalized experience per country. Finally, I will have Joey, who has recently joined us on our customers as our customer success manager, and this component is something that we are trying to pay more attention to for this year, and she'll share more in terms of from a customer success programs some of the key activities that we're doing. So let me pass the mic over. I'm going to mute myself now, and I'm going to pass the mic over to Celeste. So Celeste, over to you.
Hello, thanks, Duncan. Good morning, everyone. I'm Celeste, and I head our customer experience team. I have been with the company for almost 2 years now, and it's been quite a journey, I'd say. So from what Duncan mentioned earlier, we've made some dramatic changes in the last 18 months, from reorganizing our support process to overhauling the whole onboarding flow. And now we're embracing this new learning experience, especially with the current COVID situation we are in. We have definitely seen a very drastic change in the use of digital platforms lately. So if I may just ask, have you heard about Masterclass? Well, I'm sure most of you have. Well, it's an online class designed for anyone to get the best learning from reputable industry experts. So from arts to music, sports to cooking. And this is how we came up with the idea. It's where our Express Masterclass got the inspiration from. We'll listen to feedback, and we hear you when you say that you're not getting the best out of the JustLogin system. And this is how the masterclass was put in place. It's an on-demand training which we offer twice a week. And the main objective is to help customers with the adoption process to make the switching as seamlessly as possible. This will help provide an easy transition from the classic interface to Express. During these sessions, we highlight features in Express that you ought to know and upcoming functionalities worth watching out for. So who among you here are still using Classic? I bet there's still quite a lot, right? So do you know that users can now request OTs rendered to be converted to either payment or time off and off in lieu? And how about applying leave-in hours? And with the enhanced bulk import we now have in user admin, the super admin can now easily add and update user details across all modules in one single click. It sounds new and quite interesting, right? So these and more tips and tricks from our Express Masterclass is for you to get the most out of your JustLogin experience. And along with this, we also have beta programs that we're conducting to select clients. So let me turn you over to my colleague SK to talk more about it. Take it away, SK.
Thank you, Celeste. So good morning, everyone. SK here. So firstly, I'd like to share a little about my personal story. I've been in this company for more than 1 year. So when I first joined, the company has already started with this customer experience team. The structure and the direction is there for us to branch out several more activities to approach customers. And from there, I'm joining the team. Together, we build out certain programs and invite customers to join us online. This includes the master class sessions Celeste shared with us earlier. On top of that, we also introduce beta programs and offer to customers to see if anyone from you is interested to participate and provide feedback to us. And now, some of you might be questioning, what is this beta program? Basically, the accounts created under beta versions would have features that are not available in the public version yet. So if you want to try out the experimental features before they are released to production or live, you can join the beta testing program with us. So it is offered to let our customers to have the first sense on what is the new feature about, and you can then start playing with it. Of course, don't mind the occasional bugs and issues. You are encouraged to contribute your voice, ideas, and even feedback to us. There will be one dedicated resource to consolidate your feedback. From there, we will escalate to tech team for further fixes and considerations of the feature enhancement. To that, I will say there are plenty number of customers had joined us in this beta program, such as custom reports, vanilla payroll, Malaysia payroll, etc. So through a period of time, when most of the things are stabilized, we will generally release this feature and the functionality to production, such that all the customers can enjoy it. And that's all about the beta program we are trying to introduce and involve our customers in. Here, I will end my slides and pass over to our Customer Success Manager, Joey. Thank you.
Thanks, SK. Hi, everyone. My name is Joey, and I'm the Customer Success Manager. So slightly different from SK and Celeste. I have been here less than 6 months, and the most exciting part for me is actually to engage with customers on a daily basis. I feel like I'm the final piece of the puzzle in terms of customer experience and success. So, during these phone calls, I want to get to know you, get to know your company goals a little bit better. And of course, the most important thing would be to help you to get the most value out of JustLogin. So one of the most immediate programs that we put in place are actually the health checks that we conduct and the success account reviews. So these sessions are actually meant to make sure that you have a platform to highlight if there are any changes in your HR policies, any pending concerns and issues you would like to raise with our solution, areas you would like us to improve on, whether or not it's product-wise or service-wise. But most importantly, we just want to make sure that we are proactively listening to your feedbacks just to deliver a positive experience for you. So, just to cite an example, so, this COVID situation has actually forced many companies to tweak their policies overnight just to accommodate the new way of working. So I was mentioning about the account reviews, right? So this account reviews will help assist you to have a smoother transition in terms of making the necessary changes at the back end as your business operation changes. So on top of what SK and Celeste has mentioned about the Express Masterclass beta programs, we are also looking at having more customer outreach programs such as the roundtable sessions, where, during these roundtable sessions, we can actually gather and work on the top 5 ideas suggested by you that are integral to your success. And with that, I will pass the mic back to Duncan to share more about the roundtable sessions. Back to you, Duncan.
Thanks. So thanks SK, thanks Celeste, and thanks Joey for sharing a little bit more in terms of some of these programs that we've actually put in place for customers today. There's 2 parts to this breakout session, and right now we are at we're going to talk a little bit more about what we call customer roundtables. So these customer outreach programs that we're trying to put in place is to help us work with customers to get their immediate feedback. The plan over the next 6 months would be to have a monthly outreach program or a roundtable session similar to what you are looking at now, where we can gather customers' feedback immediately and sort of, in a way, provide you an early roadmap or a quarterly roadmap in terms of what we're working on so that you have a constant update in terms of the things that we're trying to do in JustLogin. But with that, right, I also want to bring you to ideas. So for some of the familiar faces who have attended our events before, or familiar faces who have seen me present in the past, I'm a huge advocate for ideas.justlogin.com. So what is ideas.justlogin.com? Let me quickly try and show you this platform. Okay. Sorry. Yes, are we here? Are we all seeing ideas? Good. So ideas.justlogin.com. Okay, this is actually a platform where any customer, so long as you're a JustLogin customer, you can come to ideas.justlogin.com to put in your suggestions, ideas naturally. But in terms of as an administrator, as a user, you perhaps at some point may have some frustrations. perhaps you may feel, I used to have a different solution, and I wish that I had this feature in JustLogin today. So ideas is where we will help to not just hear customers' feedback and ideas, but also it is a platform where all customers get to vote on ideas. So it's very easy for you to come to ideas, add your idea, choose your product, put in a quick comment, and of course, let us know who you are. So eventually, when we have our beta programs, when we have our masterclass sessions, when we have our roundtable sessions, we will be able to sort of reach out to you directly to let you know in the next 3 months, in the next quarter, or the next 6 months, we are planning towards working towards that. So once you sort of lock your ideas, it is there for all customers to vote. As you can see, we have recent ideas, we have things that are trending based on votes, but we also have things that are more popular, which is these have received the most votes. So internally, not just for our product team, our technical product team, but also for Casey in particular, he comes to this portal to see what are some of the most popular suggestions. And we also have communications with customers. You can see the chat. And we also will update customers in terms of what is planned for and what has been released based on popular votes. So let me just give you a quick preview on some of the ideas that we've actually implemented today. So this is one example of a lot of leave administrators, right? You have parents, you have working parents, and I think one of the major things that employees with children, they qualify for something which is called the government paid childcare leave. This GPCL declaration form that HR can actually use to sort of submit for your set of claims. So what we've done is this idea came in about earlier last year. And what we've done is we've actually managed to, through the system, whenever an employee who has a child of a certain age and uses that parental child leave, the moment they have utilized that leave, the leave administrator will receive a notification from JustLogin for them to then download that declaration form with the employee's details all populated together with the child's for you to do the submission. So this is one idea that we've actually come to fruition. Another idea was for time clock or just clock. And this is mainly for our customers in the F&B, the retail, manufacturing, and in some instances, even in the construction space. Which is this struggle to validate or verify OT. And the suggestion that came in was that whenever an employee submits their individual timesheets and the managers or the administrator for clock needs to review those timesheets, they were not able to quickly or easily pull out the necessary timesheet for them to do the necessary investigation. So what we've done is we have created a search functionality. We have now itemized each individual timesheet that has been submitted and approved, and the administrators will now be able to quickly search, review, and have a reference point to kind of check through any of their investigations when it comes to OT calculation. The next thing I want to bring you to is that we saw a lot of ideas. And just to give you a sense on average, internally, we have an internal KPI to submit ideas as well. So wherever we hear from our customers, if we feel that it's a good suggestion, employees in JustLogin are also prompted to key in their ideas. So you can imagine on average in a month, we have anywhere from 200 to 500 new ideas coming in, and we are trying to curate them based on what customers are asking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick launch for a poll, and I want to hear your feedback. I'm going to share with each of you 5 ideas that are currently works in progress. And basically what it means is that these are ideas that we feel are going to benefit all JustLogin customers, but we probably have a roadmap which is Q1 of 2021 or Q2 of 2021 to roll it out. Based on your feedback today, we will be working with the product team we'll be updating Casey that these popular ideas, any of them able to be rolled out within the next quarter or by the end of 2020. So if you're all ready, I'm asking for your participation now. So let me run through the first idea. Cool. So for the idea one, it is specifically for just payroll. And basically this idea is that they want to be able to, all of the payroll administrators, you have access to reports. And you want to have a report that will be able to tell you the amount of excess CPF that happened for a particular month and be able to search across this. So I'm going to launch the poll now. And if you feel that this is an idea that you want us to roll out, you can just vote yes, this is cool. Or if you feel that it's not relevant to you, you can vote no, it's not relevant for me. So don't worry, you can submit as many, each idea will have its own set of yes and no. And at the end of the day, we'll review this and based on the most yes, those will be the kind of features you roll out. So I'll give you another 10 seconds to put in your votes. Fantastic. So we'll end the poll now and let me just give, we'll give everybody a sense of 50-50. So we have people that's on the fence. Yeah, so cool. Let's move on to the second idea. So for the second idea, it's specifically around JustClock. And for all our JustClock users, this has been a common ask, which is please allow my end users to reset their own time clock PIN. So if you feel that this is an idea that should be rolled out within the next quarter, you can now submit your vote. So we'll launch the poll now. Cool. So it looks like we don't have a lot of JustClock users today, but no worries. We are going to end the poll now. This is not an idea that is relevant to majority of the people attending today. No problem. We will start with idea 3. Back to just payroll again. So for just payroll, we have quite a lot of reports within just payroll, and specifically for report 16 is to be able to add a variance column. Report 16 is basically all pay elements reconciliation report. If you have used this report before, it basically shows you the previous month and current month's numbers, and it will across all your pay elements. And at the end of the report, we do a summary in terms of the total variance or difference between the previous and current month. So the ask for this particular idea is that for each individual pay element, show me the variance between last month and this month. Don't just show me a sum total, right? So hope you have a better background of the third idea. So let's run that poll for idea number 3. So I'll give you guys another 5 more seconds. All right, that's good. So we do have a lot of payroll administrators here today. That's awesome. So let's move on to idea number 4. Another request for payroll. This actually came in internally through our HR manager. And a lot of times, if you can imagine, you may have employees that will be applying for a bank loan, for a house loan, a car loan. And one of the typical requests that they need to present when applying for a loan is the previous 6 months worth of pay slips before they are submitting for that loan application. So this request is specifically asking for the administrator or payroll administrator to be able to generate pay slips for the specific individual over a specific period. Right now, when you want to generate a payslip, you have to generate individually by each month. And I think this, for some administrators, can be a challenge, especially if you have more than 50 employees, or you have more than 5 requests coming in, or you need to show 12 months worth of pay slip data. So this request is specifically for that use case. So now that you have a better idea, I'm going to launch the fourth poll. And if you feel this is going to be useful for you and your organization, please vote. Nice. I'm going to give you guys another 10 seconds. Fantastic. So this seems to be the most popular suggestion here today. And let's move on to our last and final suggestion that has come in. So I think you've heard earlier in this session that you may not be aware, but you now have the ability to apply for your leave, not just in days, but if your company allows, you can also apply for in hours. Again, the specific industry that benefits from this typically are your F&B and retail industries or customers. But as a leave administrator, you also have the ability to use block leave, which is apply on behalf of or block out a period and assign a leave to that group of staff. So the request that is coming in here is that now that I have the ability to apply by hours, I want the administrative ability to apply block leave in hours instead of days. So now that you have a bit of background for this fifth idea, we'll launch the poll now. If you feel this is something useful for your organization, please vote. Fantastic. So, good. So it's obvious today we have a lot of payroll administrators. That's awesome for me. And what we'll be doing here is that we'll collate these results today, and we'll share more with the product team as well as with Casey. And this is just to give you a flavor of one of the programs, like a customer roundtable, that we will try to organize once every month. So I think one idea that we will be doing as part of this customer programs for the roundtable is to help customers curate some of the most popular ideas that we are receiving over the last 3 months, run an activity like this, where you have a chance to sort of put in your suggestions or comments and vote on what you feel is popular. And that will help us to drive sort of early roadmap adoption within JustLogin. Now, having said that, thanks everyone for sort of replying or responding to the polls. If you do have any kind of questions or additional suggestions, you can of course use the chat functionality now to sort of key them in, but that will now bring me to sort of our Q&A. So we have about maybe 10 minutes or so to take any questions from the floor. I understand it's fast approaching lunchtime, but before we proceed with the questions and answers, I just want to make sure that you can help me to scan this QR code to provide your feedback for the sessions that you've attended throughout the day, as well as this breakout session, because all of you qualify for our $20 Grab voucher. I didn't want you to miss out on this opportunity. So we'll reserve time to go through your questions, if any, but if you can, we'll take the next 5 minutes for you to sort of scan this survey. And maybe if you have any issues with the survey, you can let us know now. But if you can take 5 minutes to just quickly fill up your responses, that will be very helpful. And while you are doing that, I will be looking at our chat to see if anyone has any questions. Okay. So I'm very happy. Seems like everyone is quickly fast doing the survey for me. So thank you for that. We'll give you guys another minute or so to complete this survey on your experience from today's event. Then we'll kind of come back to any questions that you might have. Okay, so hopefully you would have completed your survey for today's session, but I don't see any chats coming in as yet. But maybe just another question is, if any of you have any kind of suggestions or any kind of comments, or are very keen to take up some of the programs that we've highlighted today, you can leave your comments here. So specifically for the masterclass sessions, which you can already find in Learning Portal, you can do a quick self-register there. You can let us know. We can help you to do the registration. If you are keen to find out more about some of the beta programs that we will be running, and I'm sure you've heard earlier that we have plans to roll out for payroll in Malaysia. We also have a beta program around custom reporting, which will be available within JustLogin. So these two kind of programs, if you are keen, you can highlight to us in the chat, and we'll reach out to you separately as well to just follow up. And of course, like what Joey has highlighted earlier, if any of you today, due to change of sort of the way that you're working, and you want us to kind of have a session with you to figure out if there's any changes that we need to make to your current configurations so that it supports your new way of working, you can leave a comment here as well, and we'll reach out to you separately to follow up from there. Fantastic. All right. All right. So looks like I've done a fantastic job. But in any case, I would like to thank all of you for taking the time out to attend our Justexperience event this morning. I hope you look forward to a fabulous lunch and a fantastic week ahead. And on behalf of the rest of my team members and myself, thank you for taking the time out to attend this breakout session. So I wish you a good day ahead, and we look forward to catching up in person sometime soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.